Welcome to this blog edition of Urban Tales. I am your host Jagdish Singh Sajwan. Right now I am at Dhanas Lake, Chandigarh, which is situated in the western side of Chandigarh, just behind Punjab University Campus in Sector 14. This lake is a part of Patiala ki Rao Reserve Forest area, and the lake is spread over an area of 17 acres. Area-wise, Dhanas Lake is the second biggest lake in Chandigarh after Sukhna Lake. And just for your information, area of Sukhna Lake is around 3 square kilometer, which is around 741 acres. So the total area of Dhanas Lake is just 2.29% exactly of the Sukhna Lake. Small is also beautiful, as this lake is a part of Patiala ki Rao Reserve Forest area, and this dense reserve forest is spread over an area of 336 acres, which just makes a very rich contribution to the total forest area of Chandigarh, which is around 8,019 acres or 3,245 hectares. Dhanas Lake and this forest reserve is a lush green area in the western side of city beautiful, having a rich biodiversity of flora and fauna. Chandigarh administration acquired this land adjoining to Patiala ki Rao Reserve Forest in 1990 for the purpose of soil moisture conservation and afforestation. Of course, the secondary purpose was water harvesting also. The key flora of the forest include shisham, peepal mulberry, arjun, papri, and the jungle jalebi. It is a rainfall perennial lake and serves as a natural water storage during the monsoon season. The depth of the water in the lake during the monsoon period remains 7 meters and the 4 meters during non-monsoon period. Goldfish, magur, grass cutter, and the Indian turtle are the key aquatic species in the lake. Dhanas Lake serves its part to protect the biodiversity of the nearby Patiala ki Rao Reserve Forest in the city beautiful, and is home to indigenous and the exotic species. In the backdrop, the Patiala ki Rao is a seasonal stream that originates in Shivalik Hills, Punjab, enter Chandigarh, then to Mohali, and later merges into Ghaggar River. The stream runs across the Fatehpur at Chapparchiri. It is one of the seasonal rivals among others in Chandigarh, which include Sukhna Cho in the eastern side and N Cho in the western side. For next few minutes, just enjoy the cinematic view of Dhanas Lake. All these video shot has been taken on different time, on different days, and in different season. Basic intention was to capture the different moods or ambience around Dhanas Lake with Patiala ki Rao Reserve Forest in the backdrop in different time periods or on different days or in different season. Now, just right behind me, you can see the grid-connected floating solar power plant. So far as the power generation capacity of this plant is concerned, this plant is the second biggest floating solar power plant in Chandigarh, and it has a capacity of 500 kilowatt. This plant serves multiple objectives. This plant has been set up with the vision to develop the lake as another tourist spot in Chandigarh. A grid-connected floating solar power plant has been installed at one side of this lake. The floating solar power plant was commissioned on 23 January 2023 this year, and this plant will produce around 7 lakh units of electricity per annum. It is estimated. It is an on-grid power plant, which means electricity produced here is first supplied to the main grid. After that, a part of this electricity generated and supplied to electricity main grid is taken back to run these fountains at the lake and to meet the power requirement of 14 buildings of the UT Forest Department. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy had set the city's solar power generation target to 75 megawatt to be met by August 15, 2023. Till date, the UT has already achieved a target of around 45 megawatt of solar power generation. Chandigarh Renewable Energy and Science and Technology Promotion Society, which is also known as CREST, is the agency for implementation of various solar power projects in the city. 3 solar fountains have been installed for aeration, healthy aquatic life, and of course beautification of the Dhanas Lake. The height of one of the fountain is around 25 meters, which is around 82 feet and is highest in the Tri-City. The plant is octagonal in shape. These type of floating solar power plants are land neutral. What does this mean? All other renewable sources of energy like solar, wind and hydro requires a lot of land to set up, and India being a densely populated country where land is very difficult to find. Not only this, the land has other multiple uses. The land can be utilized for industry, agriculture and urban settlement like housing, education, hospitals and all such civic requirement. As per the Indian government policy, we have to use this waste land for solar power, and where is such waste land? These wastelands are very difficult to find. In India, most of such wasteland is present in the part of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. These parts do not have adequate water. We must know that solar panels requires periodic cleaning by water to maintain the optimum level of power generation. There have been the cases where in summer water has to be carried from far off places by rail. These land neutral solar power plant, as they are set up in the wide open over the surface of water, they completely avoid shadow loss as there is no tree around. Besides this, the amount of dust which gets accumulated on the surface of solar panel is very less. One of the major advantages of such floating solar plant is energy gain due to the increased efficiency of solar panels. This happens due to lower temperature existing over the surface of water on account of natural evaporating cooling. Now the standard operating temperature of solar cell is around 25 degrees Celsius, and as we go beyond this temperature, there is a loss of energy gain almost by 0.45% in terms of the decreased efficiency of solar cell. In India, during the month of summer, as the temperature is around 45 degrees Celsius and the temperature of solar panel surface is around 70 degrees Celsius, we are operating at a 22% less efficiency. Therefore, the floating solar power plant does not have to face such problem of high temperature, as existing temperature over the surface of water reservoir is completely far less, and this results in the increased level of efficiency in solar power generation. High temperature also result in increased water evaporation level over surface of the water reservoir, so covering these water bodies or reservoir. By setting up a solar power plant, we are basically covering the surface of a water body, which ultimately result in decreasing the water evaporation during the hot summer month over the surface of water. So a lot of water can be saved from this water reservoir. These land neutral floating solar plants help in maintaining the ecological health of the water bodies, as they have embedded system for aeration of water, which keeps water oxygen level at very healthy level, which further takes care of the aquatic life, biochemical and chemical processes, which are must for a healthy water ecosystem. Thanks for watching this very special edition of Urban Tales, covering Dhanas Lake and the floating solar power plant. Hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Please do like, subscribe, share and comment. Thanks a lot. Myself Jagdish Singh Sajwan, your host. I will be back soon covering one more such legend, landmark or some very interesting story or topic in my next vlog edition. Thanks again. All the best.